Hello everyone, welcome back to Dizzy Treasures. My name is Melissa and I have a really cool little jewelry haul to show you guys today. I am so excited about this. I actually just picked this up this morning and I had some other videos lined up I wanted to get out first, but I have to show you guys this. It was just too cool. I picked this up locally from a woman who lives about 45 minutes from me. I saw the pictures. I thought it looked like there were some nice pieces. So I was like, you know what? Let me just take the trip and go see what I find. And I am absolutely thrilled with what I found. So we're going to start off right off the bat here with this absolutely stunning cameo pin. This was one of the things I saw in the photo, and I pretty much knew right off the bat this had to be something. This is Victorian, and it is amazing. This is real carved shell. She has a little necklace that she's wearing, which does in fact have a real diamond in it. And this piece is marked 14 karat. See if I can kind of get a close up here on the clasp. Right here, where the pin is held in, it is marked 14 karat. Now, when I saw this in the photo, I had a feeling it was going to be set in gold. I figured worst case scenario, gold filled. Either way, it's absolutely stunning. And I was very excited to see it was actually set in gold. The detail on this cameo is absolutely amazing. I love cameos, and this is just too cool. And it's a pretty good one. Pretty good sized one, excuse me. You can kind of see in my hand here the size of it, good couple inches. So I absolutely love this. This was one of the highlights, but there are more. Just keep watching, guys. Next was this very cool little Limoges, hand painted from France cameo. This is nice too. These are fairly sought after. I almost thought maybe there was a little paint loss on her head there, but I'm not sure if there is. I think she's supposed to be wearing kind of like a little handkerchief over her head, but that was a very nice find as well. Then I got this absolutely amazing Bohemian garnet ring. This is another piece that I saw in the photos and knew immediately what it was. This one is silver. It is actually marked on the inside here 835. So it's a slightly lower percentage of silver. It does still test as sterling silver. I would say this one is probably about a size 8. It is in amazing condition. You will often, well, I don't often find these rings. I have found a couple that they were set in 10 karat gold, and both of the ones I have found have had damage. They've been missing stones. They had damage to the shank of the ring. This one is absolutely perfect. I mean, every stone is intact. Nothing has chips or cracks. Sometimes the stones will be very loose and rattle around in these rings for some reason. This one does not, and it is beautiful. This was the thing that first caught my eye, and then I noticed the cameo and looking at the pictures, and I was like, oh gosh, that's a really big Victorian Bohemian garnet ring. Then there was this cool little bracelet here. Actually, let me pull these over here to the side so you can kind of still keep peeking at them if you'd like. Then this bracelet, also another amazing piece. This is a carved amethyst panel or tennis bracelet set in sterling silver. It has a gold wash, which is a little bit worn, but still absolutely beautiful. I have to do a little bit more research on this piece. I'm not really sure. Sometimes when I see stones like this that are carved and then they will have like the little kind of holes through them, it makes me think a Chinese piece. Jade is often carved in that kind of fashion, but absolutely beautiful, in great condition. The clasp works great, which is nice. Very pretty. Then I got one of these little painted black lacquered pins. I've had these a few times. They're usually always signed. So that was a nice little addition as well. And the fun just keeps coming. We have this beautiful little, carved in the same kind of style, amethyst ring. Also set in sterling. Very pretty. I really love the filigree details on the sides. I'm not sure if maybe this is like a Thai ring or an Indian ring, something of that nature, but it's very pretty. I'll have to look into this a little more as well. Then I got these two rings. I thought these were really cool. These are spoon rings, which I've seen dozens of times. But what I love about these is the little baby faces on the spoons. These are actually made, originally these were little baby spoons made by Gerber, which they do say on the inside there, right in the center there. And so I thought those were cool. They're pretty small sizes, but very neat. Then I got this very cool faux pearl bracelet. I absolutely love the clasp on this one. I have yet to find a clasp like this. You pinch the clasp here and just slide it out. And I have seen slide clasps. I've seen trombone clasps that are similar, but never one quite like this. And it's just faux pearl silver tone with rhinestones, but it is an amazing shape. A lot of times you find these with tons of verdigris and they just don't really look that good. They don't really hold to the test of time. The pearls will be peeling, and this one is not in bad shape at all. It's really quite stunning. Absolutely beautiful. I love the multi-pearl layered look. And next we have some more Bohemian garnets. There were a few pieces in this lot that were Bohemian garnet. Next being this little cross pendant. This is also set in 835 silver. Very pretty. It's on a little gold-filled chain. This chain doesn't have a clasp. It's just kind of woven through the pendant's bail there, but very, very pretty. Trying to dig out the other Bohemian garnet pieces in here. We got this little pair of Bohemian garnet earrings. Little kind of flower or starburst look. And these actually have 14 karat gold clasps, not clasps, excuse me, posts. And these are not marked. I tested the posts, and they are in fact 14 karat. And they're just some very pretty little garnet studs. And then we had, let me see if I can find it, one more little Bohemian garnet piece. This is a little pendant here, a little teardrop shaped pendant, very pretty. I tested this. It tested as sterling silver. It is most likely 835 silver with a gold wash. Very pretty, very dainty. This would look beautiful on a gold-filled chain as well. Then we got this cool little ring here. This is definitely Art Deco. This one kind of stumped me. The inside says gold double, which I believe, I don't know if you can make that out in there. It's kind of worn off. It's definitely a plating. You can kind of see the mark right in there. I believe it's just some form of stamp for rolled gold or gold plating. It does have a bit of wear to it, but it's so cool. I absolutely love this big clear stone, the way it's set this way instead of this way. And I just think it's really neat. So even with the wear, I think someone's absolutely going to love this ring. It still sparkles and shines and looks amazing despite the gold tone wear. Then we got this beautiful chunky turquoise ring. I fell in love with this. I saw this in the photo as well. This one is one I'm going to have a hard time letting go of if I do. It's absolutely stunning. It's a Native American ring, and this one is signed on the inside. On the shank on the inside, it is marked B. Begay, right in there. So that's nice. You find a lot of times that Navajo or Native American pieces will not be signed. So it's cool when you can find a signed one. And this is a beautiful piece of turquoise as well. I absolutely love the coloration on this and the matrix. It's absolutely beautiful. And I love when they have these leaf and ball designs. Very pretty. So that was an amazing find. And this is a heavy little guy. Then this little pin was included. When I saw this in the photo, I didn't think too much of it at the time, and it's nothing too crazy, but I was excited to see when I got home that it was marked Coro on the back. So that's always nice. This is missing one little stone at the bottom, which I can replace. It does have a little bit of wear. It has some light stone discoloration, but really still pretty good condition considering its age and the fact that the clear stones can sometimes even look completely destroyed. So this isn't too bad. You do see a little discoloration, but I've seen some clear rhinestones that look far worse than that. Then we got this very cool Art Deco brooch. Now this one is in really good shape. This one, the stones are clear and shiny. It's absolutely beautiful. It has these 2 satin glass cabochons. I love the shape. I love the way it swirls. It's just so cool, and it's in such amazing condition. This one is not signed, unfortunately. I do believe it's just a pot metal, but really pretty and in just such good condition. I mean, it can be very, very hard to find these in such great shape. So that's a real stunner. Then this pocket watch was included. Now, I'm not much of a watch girl myself, but this is a pretty cool find because this one, it works. I wound it up and I heard the ticking, and it's been holding time very well. It's in really great shape. It has the monogram on the back there for the original owner, which I think is pretty neat. And this one is marked Gruen Verithin. And these seem to do pretty well, especially in working condition. This one does not have any markings on it as far as purity. I did open up the inside. There were no markings. I do believe it is gold filled. I tested it. It's not gold, but I do believe it's gold filled. And it's really in very nice working condition. So I thought this was really cool. I liked that a lot. And then attached to this pocket watch were a couple of things. One was this fob chain, which is unmarked, but oh my goodness, you guys, after looking at it thoroughly and testing it, this chain is 14 karat gold, and it is absolutely beautiful. It has these very cool kind of boxed links with the open work detail, if you can kind of see there. It's so cool. Now, the little clasp here and the little clasp here, these are not gold. This one is gold filled. This looks like it might be brass or very, very worn out gold filled, but the rest is 14 karat gold. So that was very exciting. And it just goes to show, especially with antique pieces, just because it's not marked, that does not mean it is not a precious metal. You have to test your metals, anything. If you're unsure, test it. It can't hurt you in any way. You might as well test. So that was a very cool find. And then on that fob chain was this pendant. This is another 14 karat gold piece with a mine cut diamond in there. This has some enamel work in the etching that is a bit worn out. Some of the enamel's kind of chipping off. This piece was also not marked, but upon testing it, and I tested it a couple of times. I test everything usually a couple of times just to be sure. This tested as 14 karat gold. So this is another amazing piece. It's a little pendant for a necklace. I'm not really sure why it was on the fob chain, but either way, absolutely beautiful. And there's more. There was this very cool fob dangle also on the end of the chain. This has some amethyst glass carved with like a Roman cameo. This one is not marked. I do believe this is gold filled. I've sold things like this before. This one is very cool with the little horse design. But this was a very cool find. It's awesome when you find a piece and then the things attached to the piece are just as amazing or more amazing. So that was pretty cool. Then we got these very dainty little sterling silver and coral earrings, little pierced drop earrings. These were not marked either, but they did test positive for sterling. Then this little mother of pearl set with gold-filled metal. It's like a little fang or claw or tusk kind of design. Very cool. Little good charm for a bracelet or a pendant for a necklace. Also included were these two little mother of pearl pocket knives. I have pocket watches on my mind. I don't really know much about this type of thing either, but I'll certainly look into them, and they're pretty cool. I really especially like this one. The white is very neat, but yeah, I'll look into them. You never know. I'm always open to learning new things. And then we have this little mother of pearl pendant here. This was just a gold tone little pendant, but very cute. And then we have this little ring. Sadly, this little guy has some damage. I do believe this may be a sapphire in the middle. I haven't tested it yet. The two stones to the side both have damage. They are cracked and pieces missing. And this is a bit of a strange ring too. It's marked 9 carat and SIL for silver, I would imagine. And the back of the band is, I believe, the 9 carat yellow gold, and then the rest of it is, I guess, the silver. I haven't tested this yet, but I think it's interesting that it's like half and half. So that could have been maybe someone had it sized up or down. Well, I guess it would be sized up, because if they sized it down, they wouldn't have needed to add metal. But I do wonder why they chose to go with a 9 carat gold to size up instead of just more sterling. So I don't know. It's just an odd ring. It's very pretty though. It's a shame it's not in better shape. I love all the Art Deco stuff. It's so cool. This was included as well. This is just an old handmade copper, like woven style ring. It's pretty big and heavy, pretty neat. I think someone could definitely like that as well. It's kind of rustic looking. And then last but not least, we have this little sterling silver garnet and freshwater pearl bracelet. This was probably the newest of all of the pieces. It does have a little mark on the tag here. It says Italy 925 on this little piece right here. And this is a bit newer with a lobster claw clasp, but still very pretty, definitely resellable. So that was nice as well. And it all came in this very cute vintage bag with the velvet on the inside. It's got some crumbs in it, but this is a very cool little storage bag. So I might be able to even resell that as well. But I was absolutely thrilled. When I found this listing on Facebook, I was looking it over. I noticed the garnet ring, and of course I was like, oh my goodness. And then I started to notice some of the other pieces. I messaged her. She was available for me to pick it up today. And when I sat down in the car to go back home after picking the stuff up from her, I kind of glanced at a few pieces a little closer, and I was blown away with what I had found. And it was amazing to me that she actually told me that this was stuff that was passed down from her grandmother to her mother and so on. And it just shocks me that things like this can be handed down through the generations, and then one day one of the family members is just like, we don't want to hand this down anymore. We don't want this anymore. And off it goes to someone else. And I'm thankful. I will love this stuff and, you know, be able to resell it. And it's really great. And I'm glad to be able to enjoy it myself before it moves on to its permanent home. But it's amazing to me how people just don't know, and not everyone can know everything. Like I said, I know nothing about pocket knives. I really don't know much about watches either. I try to learn a little here and there, but it's just amazing to me what people think is just costume jewelry. She had this listed as a costume jewelry lot. So I feel very blessed to have been able to purchase this lot from this wonderful woman. And I just could not wait to get home and show you guys. I mean, these pieces were absolute stunners and things that you do not find all the time. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if you don't mind, please like, sub, and throw me a comment or two. I will be back again soon with another video, and see you then.